Your engine doesn't just burn fuel. It breathes, it mixes, it ignites, and it manages all the heat that comes with it. In the next few minutes, we'll follow exactly what happens, from the moment air enters the engine to the moment the heat leaves it. One cylinder, 4 systems. Every step explained. It starts with air. A naturally aspirated engine pulls in as much as it can on each intake stroke. But a turbocharger does something smarter. It captures the energy your engine would throw away. Hot exhaust gases that would escape, the turbo catches them instead. Those gases spin a turbine at up to 200,000 revolutions per minute. That's free energy, reclaimed from waste. That turbine drives a compressor, which forces far more dense air into the engine than it could ever pull in on its own. But compressed air is hot air. So before it enters the engine, an intercooler chills it back down, making it even denser and more powerful. The result? A cylinder packed with far more oxygen than nature alone could provide. More oxygen means more fuel can burn. Without a turbo, limited air, limited power. With a turbo, the same engine breathes deeper and hits harder. So the turbo doesn't just boost, it recycles. Waste exhaust becomes the force that feeds the next combustion. Now the cylinder is full of dense, cool air. But air alone won't combust. It needs fuel, delivered with extreme precision. That's where the fuel injector comes in, sitting directly above the cylinder, ready to fire. A high-pressure pump draws fuel from the tank and forces it through a fuel rail at enormous pressure, ready for delivery. That pressurized fuel reaches injectors positioned above each cylinder, every one poised to fire at exactly the right moment. Each injector fires a microsecond burst of fine mist directly into the cylinder. Not a stream, not a drip, a perfectly atomized cloud. That orange fuel mist meets the dense compressed air inside, and they mix into a uniform explosive charge. But the precision doesn't stop there. An ECU monitors the engine. RPM, temperature, throttle position, oxygen levels, thousands of times per second. It reads every condition and adjusts the exact fuel dose for every single combustion event. Automatically, instantly, perfectly. Old carburetors guessed at the mixture. Modern injection gets it exactly right, every time. No waste, no compromise. All 4 injectors fire in precise sequence, each one delivering the perfect charge to its cylinder at exactly the right moment. The result? A cylinder perfectly filled with the ideal air-fuel mixture, dense, uniform, and carrying enormous stored energy. Ready. The piston rises, the mixture compresses, tighter and tighter, the pressure climbing, the energy coiling. At peak compression, the spark plug fires. A brilliant electric flash ignites the compressed mixture, and a controlled explosion begins. That explosion expands at over 1,500 meters per second, a wall of flame slamming the piston down with enormous force. The piston drives down and rotates the crankshaft. Chemical energy becomes mechanical energy. That's the power stroke. All 4 cylinders fire in sequence. Intake, compression, power, exhaust. Thousands of times every minute, perfectly timed. The exhaust valve opens and burnt gases are pushed out, flowing straight back to the turbocharger. What started as waste becomes the force that spins the turbo, which feeds the next combustion. The loop is complete. But all of this generates enormous heat. Left unchecked, it would destroy the engine in minutes. So coolant flows through channels cast into the engine block, absorbing heat directly from the cylinder walls as it passes. The coolant heats up as it absorbs and carries that heat away from the engine toward the radiator. At the radiator, hot coolant enters one side. Cool air rushes through the fins, pulling the heat away. Cooled coolant exits the other side. A thermostat acts as a gatekeeper. While the engine is cold, it keeps coolant circulating inside, letting the engine reach operating temperature efficiently. Once at temperature, the thermostat opens, and full coolant flow begins to the radiator. The engine stays locked at exactly the right temperature. Cool in, hot out. Cool in, hot out. The loop runs continuously, keeping everything alive. So, there it is. The turbo packs in the air. The injectors deliver the perfect fuel dose. The spark ignites it, and the coolant carries the heat away. 4 systems, 1 continuous cycle, running thousands of times every minute you drive. That's how your engine breathes and burns. Subscribe to Engine Core and watch how that power reaches your wheels right here.